the increasing threat of climate change, we don't know what crop yields are going to look like all over the world. Food insecurity is not something we want to deal with, and so we should work harder when we can to make sure we are able to produce our own food locally. And this is where enters the Exeter Community Garden.
The most integral part of a small community project is finding funding. Previously funded by the university, the garden has been struggling to break even. This is why we have contacted the Vice-Chancellor to encourage reinstating funds. We have also picked out a variety of grants to help pay for tools, raised bed and repairs. Fundraising is also a key contributor to income, which is why we have planned a selection of pay what you can fundraising events. For example, an apple fair, seed preservation courses, various educational talks and many more. Awareness of the community garden is lacking amongst students and locals. To recruit volunteers, we propose setting up formal incentivising schemes whereby volunteering allows you to take home fresh produce and earn green rewards. Awareness can also be improved via collaborations with societies, other local community gardens and mental health groups. To further improve visibility, we propose improving signage and setting up a small raised bed of herbs in frequented areas with a sign saying, "Planted by your community garden."
Improving community ties is not the only strength of our project. 12 times a year at the university campus, a farmers market is held, in which farmers and producers can come to the university and for a fixed pitch fee may trade their goods. Thanks to discussions with Simon Moore, the head of retail and catering services at the university, we have managed to secure a 50% discount. We think that this would provide an excellent opportunity to receive reimbursement for the crops that have been grown, but more importantly would help provide and raise awareness of the community garden, which is criminally unknown.
Our project tries to tackle one of the threats to food security in the UK, which is its over-reliance on imported goods, particularly with fresh produce. A lot of the countries that we buy imported foods from come from countries that are at risk of climate breakdown. British people have also reported that one of the main reasons why they don't buy seasonal fruit and veg from Britain is because they think that it's too expensive. And we think that this is a very great way to solve this issue. There have been many success stories of various urban farming projects or community gardening projects such as the Incredible Edible project in Todmorden or the urban farming that happens in Detroit.
On top of the food security benefits, this will also provide benefits such as mental well-being for members of this community. Studies have linked gardening to mental well-being and health overall, and we believe that this will be a great way to tackle some of the mental health crises in our community. But how do we actually know that this community garden will work if it's expanded? Well, our survey shows that over 80% of current students don't actually know about this garden, and most of them would actually be willing to learn more about gardening and garden here if given the chance. This is why we believe that through expanding the garden and giving it more exposure, we can actually create a bigger community where more people are able to learn about self-sufficiency. Additionally, this will help with the university's ability to promote their 2030 Big Strategy. I'm sure you've all heard of the Third Big Conversation and the ideas of including inclusion, community, collaboration, sustainability as part of Exeter's core values. What better to promote these values than a community garden, which includes everyone, promotes sustainability by growing our own food, and allows students to discover the wonders of gardening and nature.
Expanding the crops to the community garden would mean there's more food available for staff and students, and that people would be educated on a wider range of homegrown food that they could do. Coming to the community garden will also show students about how much plastic is used in food production, and also in the garden they use a lot of recycled material to help grow new crops to feed the students of Exeter. Coming to the community garden will also educate staff and students about the food production process and how food often travels a long way to get to our tables, which emits a lot of greenhouse gases. And a lot of the people want to buy local produce but often find it too expensive, but this will definitely bridge the gap as you can come and collect the food you have grown for free.
Thank you for listening to our pitch for the Community Garden Project.